Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another Friday flip through. Today I am flipping through my brand new homeschool planner for the upcoming homeschooling year, as well as my students' planners. So I get my planner every year from Vance Paper Co. You can really customize it to fit your needs, and because this is a baby year for us, I figured I needed something very simple, so I went with a much more simple layout than I typically do. So I'm gonna walk you guys through what the inside of my planner looks like, and then I also have planners for my oldest 3 kids, so I got them the pupil planners, and I chose a smaller size. So it's all been customized, and I will put the exact customizations in the description box down below if you guys want to know exactly what I chose, because there's so many options on her website, tons of different cover options, tons of different layout options. I like to set aside a little bit of time every year just to pick out exactly what I want, kind of dream about my upcoming homeschooling year, and it's really enjoyable. So I love putting the effort in to planning exactly what I want and then receiving it and just knowing how much TLC went into it. You can feel the love. They're a small business. We've used them for years. I love Anna so much, and everything is done by she, her husband, and their oldest daughter right out of their home, and everything is just so beautiful. So if you are looking for a planner for your upcoming homeschooling year, I would definitely recommend getting on her website, checking out some of the different options and features that you can get in her planner, and supporting a small business, a small homeschooling business. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's in my planner, my kids' planners, and then I also got their Bible journals for the upcoming school year as well. So I'll show you inside of those just so you can see some of the different options, like different line sizes and illustration pages and things that I chose for them from there. So here we go. So before I give you the official flip through of my planner, can we just take a moment to appreciate all of the effort and love that goes into Anna's packaging? Like, every time I open a package from her, I just feel like my homeschool is so cared for and loved on. It's just so beautiful, and it's just such an experience opening up a package from her business. All of the little classic, wax seals and little handwritten notes. It's just such a beautiful touch. So I wanted to take a moment to appreciate that. That just adds to the whole experience. So as I open my planner, there are some sticker samples and some washi tape and just some samples of things that are on her website, as well as the bookmark that each planner comes with, and a little clip to put inside of your planner. She has some really great high quality items that are available on her website, and also that come with each planner. So just wanted to show you guys what's inside of these little packages. Okay, and then here it is. I went with the simple homeschool planner this year. Typically, I go with the classic setup. Now, the classic setup has tons of options like an annual overview set of pages, a yearbook, pages to organize by each child, where you can put things that you want them to study that year versus to remember, a questionnaire for each child, objectives, topic planners, timelines, trackers, exams, future curriculum, notes for each child. There's also a map your years section in that planner, months at a glance. You've got weekly lesson plans, lessons at a glance. You've got a record keeping section. I mean, there is just a ton in that classic planner, and it has served us well for years. But like I said, this year being a baby year for us, starting our homeschool year with a newborn this upcoming year, I wanted something much more simplified because I just know myself, and I know that I won't be spending a lot of time planning this year and working in a planner and taking the time to plan. And so I just went ahead and went with the simple homeschool planner. So this one just has lesson planning for the year, some space for me to write down some commitments and weekly lesson plans and record keeping in a very simplified way. She also has another one that's the minimal lesson planner, and that one is even more, like it says, minimal than the one that I'm showing you today. So she actually has a planner guide on her website, and I'll link that in the description box in case you guys are interested in looking at some of the different options. But the cover that I chose, there are about 60 different cover options, so it's a little difficult to choose because they're all so beautiful, but Be Thou My Vision is my favorite hymn, and it is the cry of my heart going into a homeschooling year with a little bit of chaos, knowing we're going to have a little chaos, adding a baby into the mix for the first time in 5 years. And so I thought that it would be the perfect planner cover for the year. So I think this is number 11, cover number 11, the Be Thou My Vision cover. So as you can see here, you get to choose your own cover, and then you choose your own start month. You can choose from a few different interior styles. I believe there are 4 different interior styles. You choose a weekly layout, so how you want the lines and the squares to be organized. There's a few different options for that as well. This is all available on her website to really peek through and see. Then there's an additional option of whether you want the weekly spread to go behind each monthly calendar, or if you want all the weeks to be grouped together. And then if you want to include record pages, you can, or you can add additional note pages. And then you can also choose if you want the note pages to be dot grids or lines. So whatever your planning style is, you can customize this one to fit those needs still. So you still get a lot of beautiful customization options, even with it being their simple planner. So that's just a little peek through at what my planner looks like this year. And now I'm going to move on and show you what I got for my kids. So first, the Pupil Companion Planner. So I really like these Pupil Companion Planners. We used them for the first time last year. They're very simple, a great way for your kids to learn to start planning for themselves. I like to sit down when I'm making my plans with my kids and write down what they need to be in charge of as far as their independent work goes. And then they also really enjoy writing down karate or dance or different social commitments that they have, just so that they can manage their time a little bit better. I think with homeschooling, they can have the tendency to just come to you for their next move constantly. And I found a lot of freedom for my kids in them getting to look ahead at their week and make some of their plans for independent work based on the calendar. And so writing that in their own planners has been very fruitful for them this year. So you also have a ton of cover choices, the same ones that you have for the other planners. So I chose one for each of my kids, and I also used the same cover for the Bible journals that I used, which are the Rebecca journals. Then you can choose to personalize the cover, and then there are 2 different sizes. So I actually went with the Esther size, which is a smaller one, and then you can choose between 4 different weekly layout styles. You can choose to write a letter to your student in the beginning of the planner if you would like to, and that's it. It's just really simple, not too complicated, just a nice way for them to keep track of their own work and to have some calendars in there and just to kind of have a little bit of independence. And then last but not least, I'm showing you the Rebecca journals. Now these are what we've used for the last 2 years for our Bible journals. And so I did customize these toward each of my kids. The insides are a little bit different for each child versus the planners being all the same. So for this one, I did choose the same cover that I got for each of them for their planners. And then I chose to personalize it by adding the word Bible on there, just so that they were able to see that this is their Bible journal. And I really like how Anna kind of like put it in a different place on each planner, which is really cute. And then you get to choose an interior line option. So for my older ones, I chose lines only, no space for illustration. So I chose a college ruled line for my oldest daughter, and then a more wide ruled line for my son. And then for my younger 2, I chose lines that had space for illustration. So for my younger son, Eli, I chose a wide ruled line with space for illustration. And then for my youngest daughter, she has like the beginning writing lines with space for illustration. And last year she had no lines at all. I just left space for illustration only, but she'll be a new writer this year. And so I wanted to give her an opportunity to practice some tracing or writing some letters on her own for her little Bible narration. So very simple. You have 180 pages in the interior line of your choice, and it's an 8.5 by 11 size notebook. So we use this for our Bible narrations, but you can use it for copy work, you can use it for math, you can use it however you'd like, but we like to use it for Bible, which is why I like to have it personalized for Bible. And then I actually got one for myself as well, because I like to model what I'm asking of my kids. So when I'm asking them to do their Bible study time, I also like to be sitting down doing some Bible study on my own as well. So I also chose a college ruled line for that for me as well. So that is a flip through of my planner for this upcoming school year, my children's planners, and then all of our Bible journals. Like I said, all of this can be found on her website, and in the description box down below, I will show you what each and every customization was that I chose for my planner, if that would help you guys. But I would definitely recommend going and looking at her planner guide and seeing all the different options, because there are so many more options than I can even show in one video. Every single planner that leaves her office, I'm sure, looks different, because everybody just has the opportunity to make it really customized for their own needs and their own families. And I just love how it's just such an intentional and beautiful planner. It's more than just a planner. I really feel like it nourishes your heart and your soul as a mom. There's lots of little quotes and beautiful little tidbits sprinkled in.